The guys in Elwood are musicians of such rare talent that they can perform a vast repertoire of tunes from rock and roll, classic disco, and Motown, rock, blues, and contemporary influence as an unbeatable standard. Their experience, enthusiasm, and professional approach have led Elwood to be one of the most in-demand wedding bands in Scotland. Just keep your eyes on me. I said you're holding back. She said, shut up and dance with me. Yes, baby, it's my destiny. She said, shut up and dance with me. To be together, all to be together. She took my hand, I don't know how we love it. We took the road, she said, oh, don't you tell me back. Just keep your eyes on me. I said you're holding back. She said, shut up and dance with me. Listen, baby, it's my destiny. She said, shut up and dance with me. Come on, girls. Now, shut up and dance with me is a good end to today's show, isn't it? I hope you love it, and of course, the rest of this week's Watch Music Traveler on VOV 24/7. See you next time. I'm Naomi, saying goodbye to all of you. Take the lies. I think I see the future. I realize this is my last chance. You took my arm. I don't know how to remember. We took the road, she said. Just keep your eyes on me. I said you're holding back. She said, shut up and dance with me. Yes, baby, it's my destiny. She said, shut up and dance. Don't you dare back. Just keep your eyes on me. I said you're holding back. She said, shut up and dance with me. Yes, baby, it's my destiny. She said, shut up and dance with me. Shut up and dance with me. Shut up and dance with me. Live Music Traveler, a crossroads for travelers in the music world. A highway for music lovers, only on VOV 24/7. Music Traveler, bring you the greatest music from around the world, only on VOV 24/7. This is VOV 24/7, broadcasting daily on 104 FM.
Welcome to VOV24/7's English program. I'm Ryan, your host. On today's show, after the news, we review major cultural and sports events in Vietnam during the week. Then, World Music Traveler will feature Scottish rapping bands. Vietnam in Close-Up will introduce the Sudan ethnic minority in the Central Highlands and their own house. 15 minutes after that will be reserved for the Vietnam Land program with a Vietnamese teaching lesson. Finally, Classics on the Air will treat you to a collection of classic favorites. But first, here's the news.
In the news headlines, President ScreenRecord5 visits Russia. Moldova pledges swift action to address businesses' concerns, and Russia warns that ISIS is shifting its main operations to Central Asia. President ScreenRecord5 will begin a week-long visit to Russia on Monday. The visit demonstrates Vietnam's policy of diversification and multilateralization and consolidating ties with traditional friends. Both sides will discuss regional and international issues of shared concern and future cooperation. Prime Minister Nguyen Xuan Phuc has urged Vietnam and Cambodia to exert their efforts to raise bilateral trade to $5 billion. At a reception for President of the Cambodian National Assembly, Samdech Heng Samrin, in Hanoi on Saturday, Mr. Phuc highlighted Vietnam's Cambodia 50 years friendship as a priceless asset that the two peoples, especially younger generations, should nurture and promote. In the past 50 years, the Vietnamese and Cambodian people were united and ready to sacrifice their lives for each other, Mr. Phuc said. He asked the two countries to strengthen their solidarity, friendship, economic cooperation, and people-to-people diplomacy. National Assembly President Samdech Heng Samrin praised the flourishing relationship, friendly neighborliness, and all-around cooperation between the two countries in the past decades. He added, Cambodia is grateful for Vietnam's valuable assistance to its national liberation and development. Prime Minister Nguyen Xuan Phuc has promised swift response to businesses' concerns. He told an investment promotion conference in Hanoi on Sunday that a constructive and facilitating government must turn words into action from the central to local levels.
Hanoi leaders have done a very good job over the past year. An entrepreneur recently told me that his problem was resolved within 1 day after he stated the Hamas administrators. People and businesses are honestly looking for changes in the entire system.
Hanoi has enjoyed an average economic growth rate of 9.5% over the past 20 years and currently accounts for more than 13% of the national economy. Family-themed photos are being displayed at the Vietnam Cultural Arts Exhibition Center in Hanoi until Wednesday to mark Vietnam Family Day, June the 20th. There are also symposiums on gender equality, marriage equality, and family life, and a cooking contest. The event is held annually for families to build a civilized lifestyle for sustainable family development, according to Dan Thị Bích Liên, Deputy Minister of Culture, Sports and Tourism.
Với chủ đề của năm 2017 này là yêu thương và chia sẻ.
With the theme Love and Share, this year's Family Day aims to teach people, especially youth, about family values. One of the highlights is a family meal event scheduled from 5 to 7 p.m. Thursday, when we call on everyone to return home for a happy get-together.
The Hanoi Municipal People's Committee took this occasion to honor outstanding ethnic minority families. Health workers at Vietnam's Field Hospital on Saturday participated in a harsh weather maneuver in preparation for a future UN test. The hospital was tasked to ensure logistic services, accommodation, health equipment, and transportation in case rapid response is required. Next Friday, a UN delegation will visit Vietnam to test the capability of this field hospital, which is expected to take over a UK field hospital in South Sudan next year. A large crowd attended the International Music Festival hosted by the French Cultural Center in Hanoi on Saturday night. The event offered an opportunity for domestic and international young bands and artists across different musical styles to meet and exchange experiences and skills. Singer Lê Duy of indie band HUB said.
Hôm nay biểu diễn rất là những ca khúc bên mình tự sáng tác từ phối.
All the songs we performed today were composed and produced by ourselves. We want to show our best to this community playground.
Launched in 1982 by the French Ministry of Culture, the International Music Festival has been held in many countries around the world, attracting both professional and amateur bands and artists.
Now some world news. The head of the Anti-Terrorist Center of the Commonwealth of Independent States said Islamic State terrorists are seeking to shift the main focus of their activity from Syria and Iraq to Afghanistan and neighboring states. General Andrei Novikov warned that ISIS seeks to subdue some Taliban militants and other local extremist groups to create a new power base in Afghanistan and extend its influence to Central Asia. Addressing two U.S. Security Council committees on Friday, Novikov said ISIS is trying to introduce a new extremist and terrorist model from the battle zones in Syria and Iraq to the Central Asian region. The popularity of France's President Emmanuel Macron and Prime Minister Edouard Philippe is on the rise, an info poll showed on Sunday. Some 64% of the people polled said they were satisfied with Macron against 62% in May. Philippe's approval ratings rose to 64% from 55% in May. A top United Arab Emirates official said on Saturday that the Arab countries isolating Qatar do not seek to force other countries' leadership, but are willing to cut ties on together if it does not agree with their 13-point list of demands. Emirati Minister of State for Foreign Affairs Anwar Gadash told reporters in Dubai that his country and its allies do not want regime change in Qatar, but a behavioral change. The UAE, Saudi Arabia, Egypt, and Bahrain presented a 13-point list of demands to Qatar on Tuesday and gave it 10 days to take action. The ultimatum included demands to shut Al Jazeera and cut ties with Islamist groups, including the Muslim Brotherhood. The countries have previously suggested the demands were their bottom line, not for a possibility for some negotiation. They have signaled that if Qatar refuses to comply by the deadline, they will continue to restrict its access to land, sea, and airways indefinitely amid mounting economic pressure on the Gulf nation. At least 15 bodies have been retrieved by hundreds of rescuers trying to find survivors among 118 people who are still missing a day after a huge landslide in Gulf village in China's Sichuan province. The identities of 118 missing will be soon made public on the government's website. All 142 tourists who entered the affected area Friday have reached to safety. An estimated 18 million cubic meters of earth buried half of Singapore village after recent heavy rains. Following, more than 1,000 workers with live detection instruments are engaged in the search for survivors.
Another main points again. President Chen Dae-kwan visits Russia. The government pledges swift action to address businesses' concerns, and Russia warns that ISIS is shifting its main operations to Central Asia. And that's the news on Voice of Vietnam.
You're listening to VOV 24/7's English program on 105.9. Let's check the weather forecast for Monday. Hanoi will be cloudy with a thunderstorm in the morning. Temperatures will vary from 26 to 33 degrees Celsius. The Central City of Hanoi will experience periods of clouds and sunshine. Temperature will be between 26 and 35 degrees Celsius. Danang will also have periods of sun and clouds. Temperatures will range from 27 to 37 degrees Celsius. Nha Trang will have a cloudy day with temperatures reaching a high of 36 and a low of 26 degrees Celsius. Finally, Ho Chi Minh City will be mostly cloudy with a thunderstorm in spots. Temperatures vary from 25 to 36 degrees Celsius.